Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler videos, series videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I really don't know what the hell to think of these, but we're going to find out together. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I am inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, fat, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. And it's not the case today. Not with this particular item. I did just get through reviewing some Rockstar Punched Pineapple. Go watch that review if you're interested. That I picked up today. But this other item I actually picked up like a couple weeks ago and I just been meaning to review it. I finally went over there and tossed it in my car. I was like, fuck it, get to it. But what the hell is it? Why am I confused about what to make of it? Well, folks, that's because it's... missed it. Boom! It's beer nuts! It's got a whole little thing. This is apparently Beer Nuts brand snack, so I guess Beer Nuts is the brand. This is the original bar mix. It is a crazy crowd-pleasing mix of our original peanuts, insane grain, pretzels, sesame sticks, and more. I want to know what the more is. Stop being ambiguous. All right. I do appreciate the packaging. I don't really drink, but come on, it's creative. I like it. Let's get a thing for the thing here. We'll do it like that. Yeah, sure. I'll go, ha 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 ha. And I assume that, you just, but no. How do I open you? You open here instead of here. That's a missed opportunity. I mean, I get it. It's wider there, but, you're breaking the illusion, Beer Nuts. I don't like it. Have you seen the world we live in today? Fuck, man. Everybody needs to live in their illusion a little bit sometimes. Sounds like an album title. Live in your illusion. It's got to be an album title, right? If it's not, I need to start a band. All right. Beer Nuts. Yeah, it's sort of a general assortment of the such. Let's give it a go. Peanuts are good. Definitely say I think the peanuts are probably the most prominent flavor. Definitely. Okay. Yeah, you got kind of a mix of textures and stuff, but they're all sort of crunchy. What kind of different types of crunchy, I guess, a little bit. Pretzel, obviously, a little bit more crumbly. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's definitely a bar snack. Like I said, I don't really drink all that much, but I've certainly been to any number of bar locations in my life. Far too fucking many, quite frankly. But I go to shows and stuff and whatever, and yeah, I mean, I could see those being on a table, it's like just a snack for the patrons. They're not bad. Depends on how much you like nuts. I mean, for me personally, I like peanuts just fine. They're nice, they're salted. I guess in my head, I kind of expected, what with them being beer nuts, I expected maybe some sort of beer-like flavor. Not really the case, which is kind of good. I don't typically like the taste of beer all that much. But use it in the right instances. Yeah, I mean, they're not bad, though. I can get down. I mean, it's basically just, it's along the lines like Chex Mix or whatever, but, in a fancy bottle. One thing I will give them extra credit for, though, they managed to go over there and set them up in such a way where they're all crunchy, like I said. They do have different sort of crunch thresholds and stuff, but none of them feel overly crunchy. And I feel like, especially if you're in a bar, you've probably thrown back a few or whatever, that's probably a good thing. You probably don't want to have, like, stuff to snack on that has, like, too much resistance or that might go down your throat without being properly chewed. With this, that's definitely not the case. Like, they're not soft or anything, but they do feel easy to chew, is a good way to put it, I feel. Never mind. Whatever the hell that was, wasn't. I'm guessing that's the grainy thing they were talking about. Kind of reminds me like that, I never know what the hell they look like. But those sort of like Pringles like shaped things that you get in Chex Mix, like they're really good. I can't think of what they're called though. I'm guessing that's what that was. That was definitely crunchier than everything else, to the extent where it was slightly off-putting. But yeah, I mean, it's a mixed snack with some nuts and some stuff. It's all crunchy. It's all salted. It's not like overly salty. At least not for me personally, but that's not bad. I don't have any gripe with that. It's just a decent little snack in a fun little container. Makes it easy to go over there and pour in. Yeah, credit where it's due. But, two questions have to be asked. Would I get them again? Would I recommend them? Maybe and sure. Like, they're not life-altering, snacks or anything like that. Like, I'm not a huge nut person. Like, I do, on occasion I like some nuts and stuff. But it's not something where, like, I'm going to feel the need to, go out and grab more of these anytime soon. But, maybe on occasion. I think for me, I'd probably just prefer, like, I'm not usually that big on, like, the mixed snacks, like, I do some Chex Mix here and there and stuff. But, like, typically I prefer a more dedicated snack. Like, if I want peanuts, I'll just get peanuts. If I want pretzels, I'll just get pretzels. But I like that they're very handheld. And, like, I can see these being good for, if I was, like, on the road or something, just go over there and knock some back real quick. And yeah, I mean, they're pretty tasty for what they are. So, if I'm recommending them, I mean, like I said, they're nothing holy shit amazing. They're not even particularly interesting. They're just, salted snacks, but they're well done. Like, again, I don't really have any issue with them to speak of. They're maybe a little uninteresting in the grand scheme of things, but if nothing else, like I said, I'm going to give them a few extra points for the packaging. So, sure. If they happen to be, I would just say, if they do seem interesting to you, just be aware. They are just, some salted snacks. Like, there's nothing else to them beyond that. But they're good. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, over there themselves a truly whatever type of snacks you want tastic rest of your life, whether it's Chex Mix or these or, I don't know, Munchos or whatever the fuck. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, I mentioned this in my review of the Rockstar Punch Pineapple. I am going to bring it up here again. On the day that I'm doing this, this is my mom's birthday. My mom sadly passed away a couple years ago, so this is a very sort of emotional day for me. Um, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's life and death. It fucking happens. But I did just want to kind of end on the note of, you know, make sure that, you know, the people that you care about that are in your life that you love, you know, make sure that you take time for them. You know, make sure that they know how you feel. Um, you know, just make sure that you're in their life that kind of way. Um, because, you know, you can no longer have that option so quickly. And it's just, you know, once it's gone, it's gone. So I don't usually like to end on somber notes like that, but you know, if me dealing with my end of things can help other people to hopefully not have to deal with them the same way, I guess that's my line of thinking. Anyway,